talk about how to make the best year ever. And this book is by Michael Hyatt. This book essentially helps you, how can you have the best year ever? We set ourselves New Year's resolutions and then we quit after like the first month or 2 months. And this book teaches you so many great valuable lessons in which you can perfect that New Year's resolution and how to have the best year ever. So one of the important lessons that I've learned from this book is that you need to set yourself measurable goals. We all want to lose weight or we want to read more books, but we don't implement the intention and we don't know how should we get started with that. The second thing is that you need to understand your big why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to read more books? Why do you want to go to the gym every day? Or why do you want to earn more money? You have to understand why are you in this job. Once you start getting a hang of what you want, you feel better about yourself because you understand your purpose behind it. No one should be making a goal just for the sake of having it, but there should be a purpose. There should be a reason as to why you want that. So your belief shapes your reality. You gotta believe in yourself. And this is very cliche, but cliches are so right. If you don't believe in the capacity that you have to change your world, then you won't be able to do that. When we start something new, whether that's applying for a new job, we sometimes like to make up excuses as to why we shouldn't have that, as to give us a reason or justification to not even get started in the first place. Dreams become dreams because we don't take action. And sometimes we don't take action because we are afraid of judgment. We are afraid of comments from other people. When you start something, you shouldn't be setting yourself for failure. We start making excuses. We start saying, I am not rich enough. I am very young to start this. Before we even put a step forward, we have already put 3 steps behind us because we want to make up excuses as to why we're not doing something. Your lack of resources is not and should not be a reason for you not to get started. If you want something, you have to go get it. One of my favorite lessons about this book is that gratitude, it does not correlate with feeling stuck or makes you a complacent person. We like to associate gratefulness or gratitude as a form to be content with our lives. But that's not true according to Michael. Michael says in life, you can always either complain or acknowledge. Sometimes we feel powerless, but just the affirmation of saying, I can do this, will help us in the long run. We like to think that we don't have the power to control our lives because we are too poor, too uneducated, and we like to set ourselves in that mindset because it's so comfortable to stay there. Resources are necessary, but they're not a precondition to success. A lack of resources is not an excuse. It is very important to learn from the past. One of the examples that he was telling us in this book, or was telling me in this book, was that we like to put all of our eggs in one basket. And this is very, very crucial to understand because sometimes we like to dedicate ourselves into a single project. We like to be hyper-focused on a single project. And the example that he gave us was that he was working with a client and he decides to just focus on this client because he thought that he was going to make so much money out of him or out of this client. At the end, the client decided to go with someone else and he unfortunately had spent all of his resources onto a single individual. And that is a very lesson to learn, is that you shouldn't just put your main priority onto a single project or a single job or a single life, like a single person, a single job, a single source of income, because things can happen and it can go the other way around and that could happen to you either way. Writing your goals is very beneficial for you. So there's been studies that state that people who write down their goals are more likely to achieve them because they see those goals every single time that they're writing them. So if you set the intention that your goal is to purchase a house by the end of this year, then you're gonna make your best effort on saving an amount of money, start looking for people who can help you with that, because breaking down the goal could be a sign of tracking. You gotta track your goals. If not, you're never gonna get there. Doing the action is better than being perfect. And I think we like to feel like if we're not doing this perfectly, then we're not gonna go and do the goal that we always wanted. But the reality of things is that, but the flip side to that is that if you want to be a perfectionist and try to put the best foot forward, then you're never gonna go and get anywhere, because you're gonna start thinking about this. And perfectionism, in fact, does not exist. We can make the most out of it, but quality is very important. But just taking just a very small step will make you realize, will help you where you want to go. And with that being said, thank you so much for listening to today's podcast episode. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If not, just let me know.